Ladies and gentlemen, parents, boys and girls, and grandparents, aunts and uncles, who's ever connecting with us today, we're really happy to have Colleen Leduc back. She usually works at the Winnipeg Art Gallery. She's been a friend of Connected North for about 2 years, and we love every time we go and connect with her. So it just makes our day. So today we're going to take a little bit about what we learned this morning in the shark session, and Colleen's going to show us how to draw a shark in an underwater scene. So those of us who were in the session and learned a lot of science about sharks can maybe do some teaching as we go along. And we'll just do our best to keep up with questions and just enjoy. And remember what Colleen said at the beginning, that we're just going to do our best. We're all artists. We all can create whatever comes out of our hearts, and hopefully it'll bring us some calming the way that it did yesterday too. So over to you, Colleen.
Thanks so much, Mally. Thanks for that lovely introduction. As Mally said, I'm an art teacher and an artist that works at the Winnipeg Art Gallery, and we're going to make a drawing of sharks today. My son gave me two of our shark toys for inspiration. Sharks are really interesting animals. They're so powerful and amazing swimmers, but I suppose you know all about that. Oh, sorry, Anna, I didn't mean to scare you. Did it scare you when you saw the shark jump out? It's just a plastic toy shark. No, okay, good. I lived in the Bahamas for just over a year. I was an art teacher in the Bahamas when I first started my teaching career, and there were a lot of sharks in the ocean water around the Bahamas where I lived. One of my funny memories from the Bahamas is once we were out on the beach and my friend was on shore and I was in the water swimming, and she said, "Oh, look, there's a bunch of dolphins in the water. Go swim towards the dolphins." So I went to swim towards the dolphins, and then she said, "Oh no, there's sharks." She could see then the more triangular pointed dorsal fin sticking out of the water. And then I quickly came back to the beach, to the shore. It sure was a scare though. But they were nurse sharks. They were large sharks, but they weren't quite as scary as if we saw a great white shark. And that's what we're going to draw today.
We saw nurse sharks today from the Moat Aquarium. That's the exact shark that we saw. So
was it? Oh wow! How big were the ones that you saw?
I think they were sitting on the bottom of the tank. I know the aquarium doesn't have any on site right now, but they definitely showed us a video. So.
Oh, cool. I like how Anna said, "Yikes, 3 million." It was quite scary when somebody said sharks. I quickly got out of the water, but I wasn't too scared once I got on shore and realized that they were nurse sharks. But it was quite a bit of a surprise. They are more afraid of you than you are them. That is true, and that's a lesson that they tell you a lot when you're in the Bahamas. Is that they are more scared of you. And that also oftentimes when there are, same thing as bugs. That's right. That's a nice link to our conversation about grasshoppers yesterday. That's right. I love bugs. When people are swimming in the water and sharks are down below, sharks will attack thinking that they're a seal or a turtle, not necessarily thinking that they're a human. Humans aren't necessarily their meal of choice. So we're gonna switch over. I'm gonna switch over my document camera. There may be just a few seconds where you can't hear me, but then I will come back. So hang on one second. I'm just gonna switch over. We'll start our drawing. Oh, before I do, I'll be using a Sharpie marker just so that you can see what I'm drawing really well on the paper. But if you're using a pencil or a crayon or a pencil crayon on your paper, that is great. That's fine. And you don't need to worry about erasing too much. You'll see I'll be making mistakes with my markers, and I don't really worry about it. It's just another line. Some people are drawing on their iPad. That's a great way to draw too. That's wonderful. Okay, Okay, so I'm just going to switch over now. Right, can you hear me?
Sure can.
Oh, great. Phew. There was a delay for a second and I was scared for just a second there. All right. So if you're drawing on your paper or if you're drawing on your iPad, you're going to want it this way. So it's the long way. Oh, I see it's a little blurry. Is it blurry for you? Allie, can you see, is the camera blurry on your end?
It is. So maybe just
Wiggle your paper, Colleen. It's probably trying to focus.
Oh,
It
okay.
was trying to focus.
You know what?
Your
I have
webcam.
multiple pages. Maybe it's trying to pick up the.
no, nothing's focused. It was before, so maybe wiggle the camera.
Yeah.
Oh, it.
There may be a button on your webcam that you can push to focus.
I actually don't think there is a button on my webcam. I think it's just the lens. Maybe I will. Bear with me for a second here, everybody. Sorry about this.
You could always disconnect that webcam, go to your computer, and then go back to the webcam. That might fix it.
That's exactly.
There we go. There we go. It's in focus now, Colleen.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you and it's in focus.
Great. Okay, perfect. All right, so we are gonna start by making, oh, and there's my cursors in the way. There we go. I'm gonna start by making a line, kind of a bit in, starting in the bit in the middle of the page, and just going to the edge and leaving a little bit of space there. So if everybody wants to start with making a line like that, be a great way to start. And then I'm going to take this line and I'm gonna curve it down a bit. So it's almost like as if you were going to make, it's almost like a sideways start of an A, I would say, or a sideways V. We've got a straight line and then we've got a curvy line. Everyone,
a watermelon slice.
A watermelon slice, thank you. Oh, looks like a boat. It does look like part of a boat. Pelican beak. You guys are so creative. You're right. Okay, so this is going to be our shark's head. So the next part I'm going to do, this part is the top part of the shark's mouth. The next part's going to be the bottom part of the shark's mouth. I'm going to make a line, and you may want to watch me first and then do it. And then I'm going to make this curve down. So I made another line, and then I curved this a bit. And everyone's is going to look different. Everyone's is going to be unique. And that's the beauty about art, is that everyone's own individual style comes through. All right. So now I am going to make the dorsal fin. So I'm actually going to make this line a bit longer first, a little bit more of the body, and then I'm going to make the big dorsal fin, just kind of like a triangle coming out the top. And some people may want to make this a little more curved. Some people just may want to make it up like that. That is part of the great white shark that you really see coming through. Here, I'll show on my little shark here, shark toy. So this is the dorsal fin. All right, now I'm gonna make a little bit of a line. That's gonna be the back part of the shark's body. When you were learning about sharks today, did you learn that they need to always keep moving? And sharks often move in an S pattern. They need to keep moving all the time so that water goes in through their mouth and over their gill slits, and that they can take the oxygen out of the water for them to stay alive. Oh, you guys didn't learn that. Yeah, sharks need to move all the time. Some other fish can stop and stand still, but sharks need to be moving all the time. Oops. All right, now I'm gonna make this line here at the bottom of the body connect up closely to this part. And I'm still, I don't know if you can see on here, I'm still leaving a little bit of room. The tail's gonna come over here after. But right now I'm just gonna connect this part to here. There we go. This shark is gonna have kind of some interesting characteristics, I think. I made its mouth really big. It's gonna look a little cartoony, I think. Do sharks have big heads like that? No, I think I made my shark head a little too big, Anna. I did.
Colleen, this is Katie. We had some students that were stuck in Zoom. So I'm just wondering if we can just backtrack a little bit. They're just hopping over onto the site now. Could we just maybe, is it okay to start from the beginning? And then that way people can-
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's start over. All right. Yeah, I see we have quite a few people joining us now. Okay, we're going to go over this. Okay, so I'm going to make, oh, and now I'm blurry again. Bear with me for just a second. I'm just going to adjust my camera.
Oh, it's perfect now.
Oh, is it still good?
It's just a tiny bit blurry. And L. Williamson, you don't have to restart, no, but we'll have a chance to let the people who were in another room get caught up. Or you can draw a second shark. It starts out.
I'm not sure why I keep
Blurry.
blurry. Here, I'm gonna.
Oh, and MacArthur, you're welcome. Sometimes these, the technology doesn't always cooperate. There we go. Perfect.
Hey, sorry about it getting blurry like that. Okay, we're gonna start with a line, and I really like that idea of starting a second one. If you want to make a little one, maybe in the bottom, for those of you who've already started, you could do that. So I'm going to make a line like that. I held my pen here for a bit long, so it almost looks like my shark has a clown nose. Oh, and it's getting blurry again. It's because it knows my husband's out of the house and he can't help.
There we go. It's okay.
And then I'm gonna make another line there that comes out. And
or a seal nose. That's right, Anna.
oh, it does look like a seal nose. Oh, I love seals. And I'm gonna make another line that curves around like this. It does look like it could be a seal or a dog at this point.
Or a banana.
Or a banana, I like that too. And I'm gonna make this part a little longer, and then I'm gonna add the dorsal fin, like that, with a ball on top. Anna says, arf. Then I'm gonna make another line that comes down. Now I'm going to connect this line here over by this line here.
When you're caught up to Colleen, maybe put yes in the chat and we'll wait till a lot of people have said yes.
Yes, okay. Yeah, I hope I did this part a little quicker than the last time. I hope the newcomers didn't feel too rushed. It looks like a dog. It does look like a dog. I'm hoping I can make this look like a shark by the end. Shark teeth. It needs the teeth. It does need the teeth. Don't worry, we won't forget. Okay, now I'm gonna put this a line that goes there, line that curves up like that. This is gonna be the start of the tail. Great. I'm going to have this come down. This part out here. Oh, my table was bumpy, so it made a line, but that's okay. This part's gonna curve in here. A little longer. All right. Now I think I'm actually going to, I'd like to make this part of the body a little bigger. So I'm actually going to add another line here, and that's going to be okay because when I color it a little later, if I color it, I'm going to keep the top part of the shark dark gray and the bottom part white. And that's something that sharks use to kind of stay hidden in the water. The top part, if you're looking down on a shark, it'll blend into the water and look dark and blend in. But if you're down below and looking up, and the sky is bright from the ocean, it'll blend in with its white bottom.
Now, does anyone know what it's called when something is blending into the environment? Camouflage. That's right, Anna.
Right. So smart.
Oh.
Okay. So I'm going to add now, sharks have a small pelvic fin at the back.
Yes, Declan, we learned about that already. We learned about camouflage with the Vancouver Aquarium.
That's wonderful. Wonderful. And I'm going to add another fin down here. And I just went over the line, and that's okay. When I'm coloring, I'll just color over it later on. All right, I think it's time that we need to add those teeth. Let's get the shark here. Jaws. Yes, just like Jaws. I'm gonna add some teeth. And really, they're just like triangles. I'm gonna put some on the bottom part of the mouth, going up. And sharks have rows of teeth. Did you learn about sharks' teeth?
We learned that they have lots, but it was we had so many questions, we didn't have time to ask them all. So we're going to actually book another session that's all going to be just question and answer because we had so many questions.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah. So sharks' teeth grow in rows. And they have really big eyes for hunting. So I'm going to add a really big eye for hunting. And they also have nostrils for hunting by scent as well.
Does anyone remember how many senses that the shark has from this afternoon? We learned about a 6.
What? They have 6 senses.
Yeah, what was the
What are they? Can you tell?
one?
I'd like to hear about it. Electric. Ooh, tell me about electric sense. Electricity. I didn't know about this. Mally, can you tell me a bit about their electricity sense?
So, sharks have great sense of smell, sight, touch, taste, hearing, but they also can feel electric impulses from your heart.
Oh, wow. I did
Heart.
not know that.
And they can sense the the electricity from other fish.
Other fish. Oh, that's amazing. Wow. All right. I am going to add the gill slits now. So I'm going to put a line down here, and I'm going to put 5 lines in a row. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm creating a pattern by making lines that connect. And then I'm going to add these little ends as well. There we go. It's their gill slits. Curve the lines. Oh, you'd like the lines on the gill slits to be more curved, Anna? Do that. Yeah. Cool. So I'm going to add, now we're going to make a bit of a scene. So some of you may have 2 sharks on the go. Did anyone do 2 sharks? A smaller shark and a bigger shark? Yes, some people did. Wonderful. I'm going to add some things at the bottom, maybe some coral and seaweed at the bottom of the page, like the shark is going near a reef. Maybe it's hunting for some fish. And I'm just going to be kind of creative with it. Whoops, you guys may not be able to see that. Let me move this over a bit more. So I am just going to make kind of some organic, some flowing, coral looking things. So there's one. You could add some dots to it.
And I know we haven't had our coral reef session yet. That's on Monday.
Oh, how cool.
But does anyone know what coral reef is made from? No? Oh, interesting. Little cells. Yeah, you're getting close. They're made from all of those little tiny plankton. That's right. That's right. So a coral reef is actually a living organism where millions of plankton and tiny animals, microscopic animals, live together and form the coral reef. And there's lots of different kinds. There's brain coral and fan coral. Some beautiful colors. But sometimes if the ocean is too warm, the colors of the coral start fading, and that's called bleaching. And that's because of global warming.
It's going to be a really interesting session. Who do you have that session with?
With the Vancouver Aquarium.
Vancouver Aquarium. Oh, wonderful. Such a great aquarium.
It's a beautiful aquarium.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Yeah, you're right, Anna. We don't want to let that happen.
We draw bubbles? Absolutely. Let's draw bubbles. Shall we make the top of the water as well? The line across the top? I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to make like a little wavy line.
And what's that line called, Colleen, in a piece of art when you have the line like that?
Ooh, like a horizon line? Is that what?
Sort of, yeah.
Sort of, yeah. It's sort of a. I don't know if in this case if it would be a horizon line. I guess it would be. I'm not sure. That's kind of my water line. There must be the sea level. Thank you.
Sea level.
This,
Yeah, you're right.
yes, thank
Mr. Martinishan would know for sure.
you. Thank you for that. And I am going to add some bubbles. Somebody asked if we could add some bubbles. Yes. I was thinking maybe I'd make a little sea star as well, or a starfish.
Sometimes too, Colleen, there's little fish that swim underneath sharks, sometimes following them around.
That's right.
I don't know what they're called, if anybody knows what those kinds of fish are. I think
Yeah, they have is it symbiotic relationship? Is that?
Oh, and someone would like a sea turtle?
Oh, a sea turtle. Sounds good.
I think either Dia or Logan's shark has a mustache. That's pretty cool.
What? That's fantastic. Can we draw fish with it? Yes, let's draw fish. I love the idea of drawing some fish. I think it's a symbiotic relationship. It's when animals work together. Correct me if I'm wrong, but animals that help each other out.
Yes.
So we can have a few little fish there. Maybe there's a little fish hiding in the coral.
And the fish keep the bottom of they take the yucky stuff off the skin of the shark.
I think like the algae and I don't know if they have any other little things that grow or live on the bottom of the shark.
As you guys are drawing your shark, I notice that I'm thinking of lots of questions I have about sharks. So I'm going to write a note on the back of my picture of some questions I might like to ask when I visit the Vancouver Aquarium. So
And someone wanted a sea turtle. So I think I'm going to do the sea turtle, draw the sea turtle. Maybe I'll make it like it's along on the top. Now let's see. We need a shell.
That's like a side view.
Yeah.
Oh, Gabriella would like you to add Nemo.
Nemo. Oh, Nemo would be a bit of a challenge. I'll try my best.
Or Dory.
Or Dory. Uh, Let me quickly look up a photo. Sometimes I find that more helpful if I can look at a photo at the same time. I'm not as good at drawing Disney characters as my husband is, but I will try my best. I'm gonna put. Oh, I don't even know if I should attempt. Nemo looks tricky, but I'll try my best. I will try my best. That's right. Nemo's got a little fin. Okay. Fin that's smaller. Helper fin.
Remember, Nemo had one fin that didn't work very well.
Right. Little helper fin.
And maybe the boys and girls know, or the audience knows what's special about the shark's teeth. What happens if a shark loses his tooth?
They
Grow
grow.
back. That's right, Gibbler. They sure do.
Wow.
And that's why we often, sometimes, if we're walking along the beach and we're near the ocean, we do find shark teeth on the beach. I added a wave on the sea level. Is that okay? It's art, Mr. Martinishan, or whichever one. Isla or Isaac or Avery. This is art. You can
Yeah, absolutely. Add a wave. I love waves. All right, so I'm starting to color, as you may have noticed. Feel free to start coloring as well if you have some materials to color with. I am going to, oh, so much money for that's so true. Those sharks must be rich with money from the Tooth Fairy. I'm going to color my shark in gray on the top part. Oh, and this gray is kind of a greeny gray, which actually that works out. Some sharks are kind of a greeny gray. And you can use whatever coloring materials you have if you have some. If you don't have materials to color with, you can keep adding some more details with your pencil or your pen, whatever you're using to draw with. But if you have crayons or markers or pencil crayons, you can start using them to color in your shark drawing. Oh, a rainbow shark? Yes, if you want to, absolutely. If you want to use different colors or be more creative with the colors you're using, absolutely. Awesome. Yeah, I think that would be amazing. I'd love to see a rainbow colored shark. Why not?
Now, the colors of the coral, when I remember, and actually Katie lived in New Zealand, so she would know better than me.
Wow.
Often the colors of the coral are so beautiful. And there's rainbow colors of coral. They're beautiful reds and oranges and greens and blues. And they sway in the ocean.
The coral's beautiful. And I see that Anna's daughter drew a jellyfish or son. I'm not sure.
Oh,
That's a good idea.
Oh, and R from SC says, thank you so much, Colleen. My drawing looks amazing. How can we show you our finished product? Okay, Gibbler, I'm going to put my email in the chat, and you can show it to me. You can email it to me.
that is so nice. Yes, if you email it to Mally, then she will pass it on to me. I can't wait to see it. That's so nice to hear.
And hopefully by the end of the weekend, we'll have someplace on the website where you can send us things.
Oh, very cool.
Everybody at Connected North has been pretty busy this week.
It sounds like it. What a rich and wonderful week.
Well, thanks to you.
Oh, I'm just a little part of it. Thanks to you guys. You're doing such amazing work connecting all these students with these people. That's wonderful.
And they're building on their learning, which I like.
Oh, that's great. Now, I think I'm going to go.
Our picture, yes. And Mr. Martinishan, which of the Martinishan clan am I speaking with? Is Avery? You can just give it to your dad and he'll send it to me. Isaac. Okay, Isaac, your dad will send it to me and then I will send it to Colleen. Did that yesterday. Yeah.
I'd love to see that. That sounds wonderful.
So you saw Isaac's picture of the grasshopper.
I don't know if I did if I did see Isaac's.
Yeah, well, you might have missed the email. I sent it to you last night, later in the night.
Oh, okay. I'll go and look again.
But anybody else can send it to either me or Katie.
I'm just
That
over this with kind of a bluey gray color now, because sometimes I like putting two different pencil crayon colors or crayon colors over each other.
So we have about 10 minutes left, Colleen.
Oh, great. Okay. 10 minutes gives us a good amount of time.
Because right after this, we're going to go into dinosaurs.
Oh, wow. And who are you talking about dinosaurs with?
Maybe the students will know. Maybe they can tell us.
Ooh, somebody wants a narwhal.
Oh, we're doing that in a couple weeks, aren't we? Next week.
Wonderful.
Narwhals and unicorns.
That's right. We're doing narwhals and unicorns next week. That's right. That's right. I love drawing narwhals. Mally knows. Mally knows me draw my fair share of narwhals. And unicorns. Yes, we'll be doing a narwhal and we'll create a scene with a narwhal and a unicorn together. Because does anybody know the nickname for narwhals?
They do. See, unicorn, Gibbler. Yep, you remember from yesterday.
That's right.
Unicorn of the sea.
Unicorn of the sea. So we're going to talk a little bit about why they're connected, and then we're going to, or how they're connected, and then we're going to make some art.
And then I wondered, Declan, you're in a Iqaluit Nunavut. Have you ever seen a narwhal in Frobisher Bay? Oh, Callie, we're not that. Katie and I aren't doing the coding classes. That's Brenda and Peter. But I think we can, Katie and I can figure out sending a certificate to the people who were participating in Connected North at home, certificates so that you can show your teachers when we get back to school that you did some learning online. I know, Anna, we agree. This is our little break from hearing all about COVID so that we can not be so worried. A certificate? Okay, I will write that on my list. Oh, no, that's okay, Anna. We all have to have a way to talk about it, and we're glad that you're able to talk about it. We wish it would stop too, but we know that we have to listen and be safe.
It's hard. It's hard to not be at school.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll make up some sort of certificate to send so that you can put in your a memory book. This is something positive that we did during our isolation time. So again, we'll just have to watch on the website because we're listening to what you guys are saying. We want to give you guys what you want and what you need.
So I'm gonna peel one of my crayons. I've got a crayon that's broken a little bit, and sometimes I like peeling the paper off of it so I can hold it on its side and rub it quickly on the paper.
Yes, Anna, we have dinosaurs at 3:30, so that's why we're going to finish at 3:15. And sometimes,
Who are you talking about with dinosaurs?
Royal Tyrrell Museum.
Oh, how wonderful. Wow.
The dinosaurs are at 2:30 Central. So if you live in Fort Francis, they're at Atikokan or Emo or in Rainy River School District. Or if you live in Ontario, it's at like near Toronto, Barrie, London, St. Catharines, it's at 3:30. Red Lake, I'm not sure. It's just if it's 10 now, it's going to be at 2:30. If it's 3:10 now, it's going to be at 3:30.
Red Lake is Central Time, so Red Lake is the sessions at 2:30. It can be found on the connectednorth.org/@home. I'll put the link.
I'm just adding a little bit of blue sky at the top above the sea level.
This is great. So now we have a picture of an insect, and we have a picture of a fish and
Great white shark.
turtle is a reptile.
Oh, I see. Yeah, the different sort of species. Yeah.
And we have fish without backbones because they have an exoskeleton. So that would be the starfish and the plankton. We're just doing some categorization here.
Wow. I'm gonna make this kind of a pink color.
I love Anna's comment. Thanks. 900,000 million.
Oh, that's so lovely. Thank you, Anna. I loved all your great comments, Anna, and everyone's comments. I wonder what color I should make this last coral. Does anybody have an idea for what color I should color this last bit of coral? Pink? I was thinking pink too. Good suggestion. I'm going with it. There we go. So I think I'm going to move back to my other camera and hold it up. There we go. So there's my underwater drawing. Like Mally said, I would love to see some of your drawings afterwards. Thanks, Gabriella. A nice comment.
So you can send them to me at that address, mally@takingitglobal.org. And if you just put in the address, my shark picture, and I will be able to send it to Colleen.
I'd love to see your sharks that you made, your underwater scenes. And I hope you enjoy your dinosaur session that you have next.
Well, this is amazing. So thank you, Colleen, for sharing a strategy for making oh, Layla said it made her day.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you, Layla. It made my day too. It was so nice connecting with you all. Though I can't see you, I can imagine you drawing on your end and working away on it. Thank you.
A nice drawing from Trisha.
Thank you, Trisha.
Oh, that looks so nice, Colleen.
The sea turtle's my favorite part. Whoever suggested the sea turtle, that was a great idea.
Colleen, I'll let you know too, Evan, actually, my son, doesn't love drawing, but he has not stopped drawing grasshoppers since we did yesterday. So that's a yeah.
That's so nice to hear. Thank you for telling me that. That's wonderful. Yay, Evan. That's awesome.
Isaac says you're an amazing drawer.
Thank you. That's a nice compliment. Thank you so much.
Well, thanks, Colleen. And we're going to stop this meeting now. Oh, Gibbler put his grasshopper on his window so that, oh.
Great. Oh, that's wonderful. Lots of people in Winnipeg are doing that. They're putting their art on their windows. So there's little art galleries on all the houses that people can see when they're going for their little walk outside. So that's a great idea to put your art in the window.
And then that shares with everybody. So thanks, Colleen. We'll see you next week. Have a wonderful weekend, and maybe mention, put a little bug in your husband's ear and
go tell him right now.
Aw, Layla, that is.
Layla loves you, Colleen.
Thank you, Layla. You. Thank you. That's so beautiful.
Gosh, I'm gonna cry.
Oh, thank you guys. Have a wonderful weekend and enjoy your dinosaur lesson. I look forward to hearing about it. Oh, I love you too. Thank you. I'll give you guys a little heart.
Aw.
Bye.
Colleen, bye-bye.
Thanks, guys. Bye.